I know.
You
What
walk
a
over?
change. Yeah. Say hi, David. Excuse me.
Goes from 70 to 40 to, it is March, you know. You got spoiled with the festival. That's really not normal. This is normal.
This is normal. I know, this weather right now is normal. Did you walk in, Michael? Where's your coat? You walk in, right?
Yeah.
You're a little chilly. You
I
have?
wore gloves.
That's helpful.
I've got this instead of that.
You have long johns on?
No. And my fingers are probably all yellow.
Yeah.
That's what they do. I've got a sort of an interesting historical question, and that is around what year did people begin to put some sort of stiff materials inside flags on poles to make the flags pan out? Because it's relatively, you know, within the past, like, you know.
Well, you mean that, the way they?
Yeah.
Don't
You
they
know,
have like little poles on each
I think
side?
something like that, but I have a
Yeah.
feeling that, you know, when I was growing up, that they just
Right.
tried something like that,
Just
just,
straight.
yeah, they just straight, but now this practice has become pretty much universal.
Oh, but just indoors, I imagine, right?
I get, or,
Flags
yeah.
at church like
Are
that?
they're not floor mounted.
They
like,
just-
they're not
they
on
just
stands
fold
or
them straight down.
mounted off the wall.
No, I think they're on stand,
No, they're on stands.
So they're on.
yeah. But like, you
They
can almost
probably
see
have
the
a
little,
wire
the pole
along the
inside.
edge, yeah,
So they must have some sort of a
or frame,
frame, yeah, some
Yeah.
sort of a frame.
yeah, it's like a,
Arnold Warner? Is that Arnold Warner? Upstairs, this is, huh? Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen him in ages. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I just saw his name, I didn't know he was on there. Yeah, no,
No problem. He used to work with Frank.
Hey, Angela. Hi, how are you? Okay, how are you? Good, how are you? Yeah, good seeing you.
Wait, like my hands on up.
But Dave should be funny. I remember that. It's really good, his show.
Judy around the corner. You know Judy?
Okay, that's all I need to hear.
I found it tonight. Look on the garden.
Okay,
Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, we go way back.
They're puppy. As a matter of fact, I think, well, I think I found it from here one. Yeah, and somehow that, something like that.
Hey, well, Tom. How are you?
Remember me? Peggy. Peggy over in Place with Mom. Good, how are you? Not in a very long time. Yeah. I think it's close. Judy's around the corner.
yeah, don't call it.
Like in the food trucks or something.
Uh-huh, right.
I feel like that's what I mean.
Is there one there at all?
I don't know.
Very small.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it got started. I said, if I had one, I'd take care of it.
It's true, it's true.
I'm just kidding. I don't know how to figure it out. We're both in the same industry.
Anybody in check? And I said, but I haven't finished yet. That's a lady said.
I guess you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't look like a lot of opposition here. It's the snowman.
Oh, there we go, okay. All right, good evening. Welcome to the Planning Advisory Board meeting, Thursday, March 12th, 2026. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Board Member Cliff Chabina.
Thank you. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, good evening. Secretary Byrne, please call the roll.
Certainly. Chairman Stanko?
Here.
Member Di Leonardo is absent. Member Chabina?
Here.
Member Warner?
Here.
Member Castellane?
Here.
Member Byrne is present. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. Format for the meeting includes presentation from the applicant or applicants, questions and comments that the board members may have, and then any interested parties may address the board regarding the application. And also, I would ask you to come forward, speak from the podium, and state your name and address for the record. We have two agenda items this evening. The first one is 449 West John Street in Hicksville, New York, 11801. The hearing was held February 13th, 2025, and it was originally advertised as the applicant is seeking a site plan approval from the Planning Advisory Board in accordance with the town's site design standards. This site plan application involves the demolition of all existing structures and the construction of a maintenance/office building with associated site improvements for a bus depot. The proposed use for the subject property is a permitted use pursuant to Chapter 246, Table 5.2 of the Code of the Town of Oyster Bay. The application was approved under the Planning Advisory Board Resolution Number 2-2025. At this meeting, the Planning Advisory Board will consider the applicant's request for an extension of time on their previous approval. Do we have any correspondence on this, Secretary Byrne?
No correspondence, Chairman.
Okay, with that in mind, I'll entertain a vote on this application. Oh, if anyone is present, would like to speak on the application? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to consider the extent of time.
I'll make a motion to,
Okay. Is there, just extend?
Yeah, extension of time.
Okay,
1
just
year.
an extension.
huh?
Just an
Yeah,
extension.
I'll make a motion for the extension
Okay.
of time.
Second? Okay, call the roll, please.
Okay, on the motion by Member Warner, seconded by Member Chabina. Chairman Stanko.
Aye?
Member Chabina.
Aye.
Member Warner.
Aye.
Member Castellane.
Aye.
Member Byrne is aye, Chairman. The motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Second item is 61 East Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York, 11771. The applicant is seeking a site plan approval from the Planning Advisory Board in accordance with the town's site design standards. This site plan application involves the construction of an extended memorial garden with associated site improvements for existing place of worship. Proposed use for the subject property is a permitted use pursuant to Chapter 246, Table 5.2 of the Code of the Town of Oyster Bay. Secretary Byrne, do we have any correspondence on this application?
We do, Chairman. We have a memo from the Zoning Division dated August 6, 2024, stating the subject property located at 61 East Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York, 11771, has a Nassau County Land and Tax Map designation of Section 27, Block 34, lots 27, 67, 68, 126, 206, and 207, and is located in the R16 residential zoning district on the town zoning maps. We have a memo from the Department of Environmental Resources dated October 17th, 2025, classifying this project as a Type 2 for the purposes of seeker. We have a memo from the Code Enforcement Bureau dated August 6, 2024, stating there are no open code cases on the subject property. Chairman, since this memo is 7 months old, the Planning Division contacted Code Enforcement Bureau this week, and there are still no code violations. We have a memo from the town's Department of Public Works Highway Division dated August 20th, 2024, and Engineering Division dated December 12th, 2025, stating they've reviewed the site plans and have no objections. We have an email from Nassau County Department of Public Works dated January 27th, 2026, stating that no further review is required under New York State General Municipal Law 239F. We have a memo from Teresa Moriarty, New York State Parks, Recreation, Historic Preservation dated September 15th, 2025, stating that they have no concerns with the proposed Memorial Garden development. We have a memo from the Nassau County Planning Commission dated February 13th, 2026, recommending local determination for this project. We have a memo from the Planning Division dated February 9th, 2026, stating that the required parking for the subject property has not been affected by the proposed work and is to remain as it currently exists. We have a memo from the Planning Division dated February 9th, 2026, stating that the division has conducted a review in accordance with Chapter 246, Section 6, Site Plan Review of the Code of the Town of Oyster Bay, and is referring the site plan to the Planning Advisory Board for appropriate action. And we have the affidavit of sign and affidavit of mailing from the applicant.
Okay, thank you. And with that, we'll entertain the application.
Good evening, Chairman. I would like to thank Mr. Byrne for pretty much taking care of my opening statements of everything we've been requested to do. The one item that wasn't brought up, but I just want to let you, I'm sure you're aware of, but we were also required to do a archaeological Phase 1 survey, and we have a copy of the report. It's very interesting reading if you haven't done it, but I'd suggest you take a look at it. And with that, we also received a archaeological, no issues were identified featuring the location that we're proposing our design. So I'll basically just go through the design process. We were asked to provide an extension of an existing memorial garden that is presently in this location here. There's an existing new hedge that wraps around it. There is a crushed stone walk that leads to it. There's an existing wrought iron gate and a wrought iron altar that we're going to retain and use on the new design. The altar is staying as is. The existing gate is getting relocated and become part of the proposed structure that we're reviewing through here. The mission is to provide additional space for ash internments. Presently, there are ash internments in this location. There are plaques that are on a board that are interior to the church. The request was made to create a memorial space that we could show the plaques and have a stronger relationship with a garden setting and a memorial setting outdoors. We're proposing a retaining wall around the perimeter to match the existing stone of the church. It's on the interior, approximately 5-foot height. And some of the, I think the steepest on the backside is 7-foot exposed wall. We're proposing the landscaping around the perimeter of the wall and the interior that will have some seasonal interest, evergreen feel, so it'll have the same look throughout the year. We are also removing the existing crushed stone walk, which is not very accessible, and we're making an extension of the existing hewed stone walk that's on the south side of the church. That's going to carry down throughout the property and allow access into the new Bluestone Terrace. The gate's going to act as a focal onto a proposed water feature, which will be a recirculating fountain that would be winterized, provide some ambient noise, and we'll have a little area for seating, for some contemplation, and hopefully some respect for the burial space. There is an existing red cedar that we're proposing to remove. It's in the same location where we've been required to do an 8 inches of rainfall storage. We're putting a dry well in that location. And everything is 3% grade and maybe a 5% grade here, so everything is accessible.
Okay.
Lighting is staying as is on the church. We were discussing, we may have to do some pathway lightings if it becomes a health and safety issue, But right now, we haven't shown any on the site plan, but we don't plan on changing the larger lighting effects on the facade of the church as it is. We don't believe this will be a detriment to any of the neighbors. We're hoping it will be an improvement and something beautiful for the town and the village alike. Do you have any questions?
So then, this will, I was thinking of this today, this will be wheelchair accessible
Yes,
throughout?
yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, this will be accessible 24/7 during the week?
I think you close the gates in the evening, but
it will be closed?
it's not fenced in per se.
And I think you, well, it is on the, you're going to have irrigation for the new
Yes.
plantings and all?
Yes.
Are you creating a, excuse me, are you creating a new walkway from the driveway
No.
around the front of the church?
No, this is staying as is.
I'm sorry?
The existing walk and these, that is all staying as is.
Okay.
It's right off of here where the new walk.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be a new walk?
A new
from-
walk,
from the
yes.
pavement.
Correct.
And only one way in and out with that gate, that's it, right?
Yes, into the Memorial Garden, correct.
So the wall will have little plaques?
Yes, we're
With the
going to have
names?
the stone with a limestone facade, and then the plaques will be attached and spread out as the,
So those will correspond to the graves? In other
Correct.
words, it's,
not the graves, the interments will all be here, but the nameplates are
but
along the
the
wall.
nameplates
in the
go
garden.
with the,
Yes.
in other words, you just can't donate
No,
and
you
buy-
can't just put a
oh,
name
I
on
was-
it. Yeah.
It's a good moneymaker that way, though. Scott, anything on your end? No?
That's nice.
Okay, anything else you want to add?
Just one thing, is the church a historical landmark?
It is not, it's not, I think that it's designated as a historical property, but and I'm not sure how that is. Peter, do you have the proper, or Father Pray?
Yeah,
This is Father Pray.
I can speak to that.
Yeah.
So as
Just
I've-
state your name and it,
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Michael Piret, and I'm the rector of Christ Church. And I also have a piece of paper that will help me with this, actually. So yes, one of the members of our committee, who's not here this evening, nearly a year ago did some looking into this, and he looked into the issue of historic landmark status of the church building. He said he did some research and spoke with John Collins, a traditional building designer and former member of the Town of Oyster Bay Landmark Commission. He says, despite being on the National and New York State Register of Historic Places, the church building itself is not a local Town of Oyster Bay landmark. And he says, surprisingly, because our Presbyterian neighbor is. But he says, accordingly, no historic landmark action, permit, or approval needed for our proposed memorial garden work. Interestingly, he says buildings on the National or State registers are not regulated or protected from demolition or alteration unless by local statute. He says National and State Register listings are purely honorary and for historical purposes, though certainly influence local protection, though not the case with Christ Church since not listed by Town of Oyster Bay local law. What I've always been given to understand is that the official historic landmark building that we currently have is the rectory in which my wife and I live, and it dates from 1802. So it's actually older than our current church building, which dates from 1878 in its earliest form, and then it was enlarged and encased in stone exactly 100 years ago. So I don't know how far that answers your question, but I think in an unlikely way, I think our most historic building is actually the rectory, and that the church itself has not had Town of Oyster Bay landmark label on it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, anyone wish to speak on the application? Peter, I can't see any hands. Any hands up behind that sign? No. No, okay, all right. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Bibla. My address is 102 Split Oak Drive in East Norwich. I am a member of Christ Church, and I've followed this application we've talked about doing this for years, creating this beautiful memorial garden. Right now, it's very small and really not adequate for what we hope will serve our membership over the next couple hundred years. So it's a beautiful addition to the church. I think architecturally it'll really add to the overall scene. So I hope that you approve it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak on the application? If not, I'll entertain a motion on the application.
Like to make an application that the plans be approved.
Second is, yeah, James.
So that was Shabina, who seconded it?
James. Yes.
Okay, voting on the motion by Member Chabina, seconded by Member Castellane. Chairman Stanko.
Aye.
Member Chabina.
Aye.
Member Warner.
Aye.
Member Castellane.
Aye.
Member Byrne is aye. Chairman, the motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the presentation, and with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Thank you. Did you find that spelling mistake?
I'm gonna look, trust me.
Oh, come on.
You found a spelling?
Yeah.
You sound like my wife now.
You draw a nice design, let me tell you.
Hey, we didn't know that. You gotta-
So that's a condition to approval.
You don't want that.
Peter,
We might need an extension.
Peter.